blast on my podcast. You can complain about your. I mean, like there's.
I'm gonna try to call tomorrow and be like, "Hey, man, I'm trying to move within the next month. Can we just please keep this last spot? Like, I'll pay you extra if I need to. Like, it's too impossible to park in this neighborhood. Like, there's literally no."
I mean, it's kind of slow, but still doesn't work.
Well, the sound's gonna be bad, but at least it works. I think.
Bad how?
Well, it'll be that microphone rather than these ones.
Okay. Well, we can just pass the thing.
Wait, hold on. I'll fix it. I think I got it. Okay, hold on.
Is that a legit threat?
Hold on.
Going to the housing authority?
Check. Hello. Great.
It's working?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Everyone can hear.
Yeah, they can hear. Oh shit.
That's what's happening. Okay, so it did work. Wow.
I fixed it.
Andy fixed it.
And I am the king.
I mean, I guess I never thought I would witness something like that in my entire life.
God, it's been a long night.
I felt like shit watching that.
It's the stream. I am wearing my merch from my own podcast. Somebody pointed out. This is really good news for the people watching the stream, is that we left a lot on the table from the last one.
Well, speaking of stream, if anyone remembers, Ben Flanick was the Bachelor one season. That was the name of the guy. He owned a winery. And he, after getting on the show, I was introduced to a music video he had made before. Really kind of a funny rap video, an area that people hadn't really tried to crack into before. And it was called Cream Dreams. And that reminds me of Stream a little bit because it rhymes with it. And it was called Cream Dreams. And it opened with a bit of a skit where a doctor was going like, "What seems to be the problem, patient?" And Ben, who would later become the Bachelor, went, "Doctor, I keep having these cream dreams." And then it went into the funny rap song, which I don't know if anyone else has done.
People are asking what everyone is sipping on. What, Sean?
Well, I finished one of these friggin' motherfuckers. And now
Carl, what are you
water.
sipping on?
I don't have a beverage because Hayes' hosting skills are. How do we say
Look at that. Look how much he enjoyed his water. And I had a water too. Okay. We do have the Flagrant phone going this episode.
Yeah, should I enable it?
You can enable it, but
Flagrant.
they have to decide in the chat who is going to call
Wait, where to go? Okay.
first. So figure out among yourselves who is going to call the
Okay.
Flagrant phone.
So
Everything
we're
is
going
a
to wait
game.
for them to figure it out? Or should we
They
just
have to decide, and it has to be unanimous.
Okay.
We're all playing a game at all times, but what Hayes is inviting you to do is to play the game beneath the game, which very few ever get the chance to play.
They want a Crawford story, they said.
Okay, let's think. Well, I went with Crawford to like the nice story time today. There's a story time in the library around the corner from me, but it's like not the best. Sometimes there's not really anyone there. And the woman there is very bad at reading upside down and very intent on making sure she gets her book done correctly. I'm sorry if it feels like I'm distracted during this story. Carl and Andy are acting insane. Anyway, so she'll like every page basically she'll read something wrong and then be like, no, wait, that's not what that says. But anyway, we went to the nice story time today. He had skipped his nap and it wasn't a great situation for him. He was pieced. He was getting extremely pieced during the story time when everyone else was trying to sing Senor Pancho Had a Rancho.
So I was looking at Andy's email when he went over to it before, and I saw that he got a financial statement from the Honda dealership.
Oh, yeah, that's exciting.
So that he is paying his bills. But I was interested to learn that your middle initial is T.
Oh, yeah.
So you are
Spilling the tea.
Andrew T.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Whoa.
He's Andrew T.
Say la T.
Yeah. Okay, did we decide who's going to call?
I think they nominated Eastman Presser.
Oh, yeah, it should be Eastman, and Carl can talk to Eastman.
Okay. Well, then how should I give it to him? Okay, well, I'll just put it up.
Just put up, but only Eastman call.
Where'd it go? Hold on. There we go.
Only Eastman Presser
okay,
call.
only Eastman Presser is allowed to call the number that is going to be on the screen.
Wow, and he's like done so many fictional phone calls with
yeah,
Carl
that's true.
before.
He's been practicing.
Here you go, Carl.
How
Let's see.
I need the phone, right?
Hold on, it's gonna appear on the screen someday.
There it is.
No, not yet. Oh wait, there it is. Okay. So keep an eye out for Eastman.
Are you texting him?
Me?
Yeah, what are you looking at?
No.
You're just looking at yourself on the screen?
Now I'm closing it down. I'm about to watch. I've been watching these. I've been watching some food videos.
On what?
Guys, I'm thinking about doing some food reviews. Some fast food reviews. Been watching Dame Drops.
Who's that?
Super official.
Oh yeah, I know.
You watch that guy?
He eats food in his car and then says how much he likes it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dame Drops is great. I've also been watching this dude named his name is Badlands Chugs.
Chugs?
Yeah, Badlands Chugs, and Badlands Chugs is a competitive eater. Like he's up there with like Joey Chestnut and Kobayashi. Like he does the Nathan's hot dogs and stuff like that.
What? The number doesn't work?
Doesn't
Oh
it?
my
Is the
god.
phone cut off?
Well, this guy shouldn't be calling. That's why it doesn't work, Travis. Okay, let me see.
Oh god, Andy had to choose between his Honda bills and his the Flagrant phone
It
bills.
should. Why doesn't it work? Can I see it, Carl?
You take that.
Oh boy.
But you need the phone?
I guess the phone is what I was.
Eastman, put your number in the chat and Andy will call you.
Eastman, do not put your number in that chat.
Eastman, you can't have your number in the chat.
Also, his shit might be like European.
So when I think
That
of food,
is the problem.
When I think of food reviews, I think of Doughboys, and I can't be the only one. So are you looking to eat the Doughboys whole lunch?
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
that could be. Wouldn't that be a great episode of the Doughboys where they review Carl reviews the Doughboys lunch? That's the first episode.
I never heard of it.
And Carl will say, I actually don't give the Doughboys lunch any forks.
Wow.
I take the forks and I use the forks to eat their lunch.
Wow, they are still doing that show?
The Doughboys?
Yes,
Yeah.
every week.
I think it's just like an online thing now.
It feels like they also are just on tour all the time.
They're fucking losers, man. You can't worry about those guys. You'll go crazy.
I think it doesn't work anymore.
The Flagrant phone
Flagrant
doesn't
phone
work
has expired
anymore. So you will be calling Andy's personal cell phone number.
Don't put your number in the chat, Andy.
But you can give it to Eastman, right?
Yeah, I'll send it.
We trust
I'll
Eastman.
DM Eastman my phone number.
Eastman, Andy is DMing you his personal phone number.
Oh my God.
It's Eastman.
The Flagrant phone. End of an era. God, I remember when we first got that Flagrant phone that it wasn't what we asked for or what we expected. And now seeing that it's not working at all. What a journey we've been on.
They Eastman and Andy actually have an ongoing DM situation. The phone's ringing.
It's not Eastman.
It's someone else?
Yeah.
Who?
A guy that has got my phone number from the internet.
Oh, Andy.
Could this be Eastman?
Did you put it in the chat, Andy?
Hello? Yeah, hold on. Talk to someone else. I can't do this.
Who is this?
This is Eastman.
Is it really Eastman?
It's not Eastman. Hang up.
Yes, no, it is. Francis is asleep. It's almost 4 a.m. here.
Holy shit.
Okay, that sounds like Eastman.
Eastman, hold on, wait a second. I'm gonna do a test. Eastman,
Yes,
tell me this. Spell your name.
this. Wait, what?
Spell your name, Eastman.
Spell my name?
Yes.
Spell
Oh,
it.
he's stalling.
EASTMAN.
Eastman, where are you from?
I'm from just outside of Chicago,
No,
Illinois.
it's Scotland.
And where do you live?
I live in Glasgow, Scotland.
Okay. Eastman, what did you have for lunch today?
He sounds a little like a like text to voice program. I live in Glasgow, Scotland.
What did you have for lunch today, Eastman?
I actually had a smoothie. I got some fillings done at the dentist today. It's been my third trip to the dentist this month. So I've been on kind of a soft diet. So I had some bananas and chocolate oat milk in a smoothie.
Yuck.
Eastman would never admit that.
It's gross. I actually wanted to talk to the boys. Do they know of any good like electric toothbrushes or anything?
I know one company that makes them, but unfortunately, they do want their customer base to believe that people would put the toothbrushes in their butt and allow you to use them afterwards. That is something that happened in an ad read. They got upset that we said the toothbrushes are so great that if a criminal broke into your house and put the toothbrush up their butt, that they would feel so good that they would then take it home and you wouldn't be at risk for using it afterwards. And the company said that we were not allowed to talk about that in our ads because they do want you to think that the toothbrush might have been in someone's butt every time you get home from being out of town. So I don't know if that's the one you want. Maybe go Sonicare.
Sean, I was going to say, while I've got you here, do you have any recommendations for luggage?
Oh, yeah.
This is Carl's nightmare.
What the fuck is this? Is this all just insider bits? Is he doing bits?
Well,
Eastman?
maybe check out the show,
Eastman,
Carl.
are you
It's a
doing
funny
bits?
show. People really like Hollywood
listen
Handbook.
to-
Hollywood Handbook, my man. I'm sorry.
I listen to one podcast, okay? I listen to one podcast. And it's always a review of the play The Motherfucker with the Hat.
Why? What?
Can I tell you a very quick story?
Yeah, tell it.
My coworker here in Scotland, she's from up north in the Highlands, but she's an aspiring actress, and she, for like a showcase that she was doing as part of an acting class, she was reading a scene from The Motherfucker with the Hat.
Mm-hmm.
And so for a couple days at work, I guess I would say I got the opportunity to listen to her try out a Brooklyn accent in reading The Motherfucker with the Hat, but she's from Scotland. It was very confusing, but it made me think of that.
So just for people who don't know, I'm actually sort of culturally aware of this stuff, the motherfucker with the hat is a play about Heisenberg, the character from Breaking Bad, who was always portrayed with a hat and a little mustache, played by Bryan Cranston. And it's the play sort of imagines what if Heisenberg was from Brooklyn.
Someone's asking about Carl Alarm. Carl,
What about it?
what's the latest?
What's
Nothing.
the latest?
The
The Carl Alarm.
You get one.
You only get
You
one.
only get one.
You just do it, Carl.
We need to do something, breathe some life into this feed.
We should do it right now. We should do the Carl Alarm right now.
Oh, they say combine Carl Alarm and Masterclass.
Whoa.
What? What's masterclass?
Guys, I got an email about Masterclass. It's not happening.
Is it really not?
Yeah, do you want to hear the email from Josh?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm going to read you the email that I got from Josh. So just to give some background,
What's
Ben
happening
Rogers
over
and
there?
I did 2 seasons of this like limited series for Stitcher Premium called Hollywood Masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
We watched all those like masterclass videos. Like we watched like Aaron Sorkin and Shonda Rhimes teach you how to write and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would, for the most part, say almost exactly what their advice was to him, and then just like try to bully him into it because it's all insane. So basically, then we got a lot of messages asking us to do another season. We both were like, yeah, if we have time. We thought the second one came out really great and had like a little story to it. And so Kevin then was like, have anybody talked to you about doing Masterclass yet? And I was like, all right,
Just
I'll
a blank phone.
I was like,
That's a long email.
It's really long.
I was like, we want to do it. And then I brought it up on the pro version. So then Kevin followed up by starting a thread with Josh who could fill you in on season 3 of Masterclass. So this is like months-long process of like
hacking you or
people asking
something?
us
What's
to
that
do
sound?
it.
What's that?
There's like a electronic interference sound. I think it's from the phone, but it's okay.
Oh, from the phone? Okay.
Too close to the mic, maybe.
So anyway,
It went away. That's good.
Eastman, shut up.
Eastman, shut the fuck up. Shut up, Eastman.
Just stay on the
Shut
line.
Go wake up, Francis. Wake up, Francis.
Wake up, Francis.
Don't.
So, basically my point of like giving that background is that I was told, like, I did not approach anyone about doing another season. I was asked, like, would you want to do another season? Has anyone reached out to you? And I was like, no. And then I get thrown on. It's your phone?
Yeah, it is. You got to hang up on Eastman.
All right, Eastman. Thank you for your service. Bless you.
Thank you, guys. Also, I was wait, just
Eastman,
really quick,
be
I was gonna say,
quiet.
You should talk to somebody at Stitcher about Masterclass.
I get it.
Okay. All right. Bye.
And then
Love
I let
you.
the silence do its work. Basically, yeah, my whole point is they asked me. So then Kevin goes, I'm starting a thread with Josh who can fill you in on season 3. Josh says, hi, Sean. Earlier this month, I asked the team that approves new premium shows about putting Masterclass season 3 into production. And they let me know that right now they aren't ready to approve more episodes. The reason why requires some context. Stitcher Premium's 2 main goals right now are new user acquisition, parentheses, getting people to sign up for Stitcher Premium. I'm like, this is me reading it. Huh? Oh. Oh. So our new user acquisition and listener retention, parentheses, keeping current premium subscribers happy with content they like. Retention? Oh. Hollywood Masterclass gets a solid number of listens in premium, so it's doing great at retaining premium listeners, but not many people are using Masterclass promo codes to sign. We haven't done it for a year and a half. Not many people are using Masterclass promo codes to sign up for premium for the first time, the main way we track user acquisition. Hollywood Handbook Pro version also gets strong listener numbers in premium. In fact, as long as Pro version is in production, premium is already retaining Hollywood Handbook fans very well. So the main reason we would want to produce new Masterclass episodes is user acquisition, where it isn't doing as well. That's the bad news. But I want to
cannot wait to hear the good news.
But I want to stress that this doesn't mean we never want to do Masterclass Season 3.
Oh, yeah. It'll come back around.
Our content goals could look very different this time next year. I mean, so maybe the content goals would be, we no longer want to acquire new users. And it also might be worth brainstorming some ways to promote Masterclass with listeners who haven't made the jump to premium yet. Let me know if you ever want to discuss that more in depth. I loved the first 2 seasons of Masterclass, and that is the good news. And I want to hear the next chapter of the saga. So I'm going to keep looking for opportunities to make it happen. Thanks, and I'll keep you updated on this. Jay. So...
Jay.
Nice email. Look, it's not Josh. I don't want to drag Josh. It's not his decision. He wanted to explain as much as possible and not just go like, no, we don't want it. Especially after I got fucking walked into the brick wall by the people that are supposed to be helping me. But I don't know how they would do it, and unless... short of me having like a long marketing meeting with Josh where we go like, maybe we go, I don't know, what would you do with it to acquire new listeners? You guys have any ideas?
No, I mean, really, it was, we killed the show because...
By doing pro
version.
Yeah.
That's right. And also all the
Which
listeners,
runs all
everyone who's listening, everyone in the chat killed it by not using the code.
Yes, people didn't use the code.
Same for car alarm.
End of the day, people
They
didn't
didn't
use
use
the
the
code.
code for call alarm, and they only gave me 1 episode. No, I pulled the plug on call alarm.
Oh, you did? Why?
Is there a story there?
Mm-mm.
It just happened?
It just happened like that. No. It was just actually, no, I'm not gonna.
What?
Your Grace was involved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bad deal.
Bad deal from the boys over at Stitcher.
Well, I gotta say that was part of my when they
Grace said,
even,
I've seen what it does to people.
when they even brought up Stitcher Premium to me, and they, like when it was like, did they talk about season 3? I was like, yeah, I mean, I would do it, except they didn't really give us like a pay bump or anything when we made another season, and so I can believe that they might have been hitting you with the Mickey Mouse.
Someone had a good idea to promote Masterclass. Do T-shirts. Do a T-shirt tier.
A T-shirt tier for Masterclass.
T-shirt tier. That's
People
never failed.
love it.
Yeah, that's right.
Andy will collect everyone's address.
Should we give out
Stitcher Premium.
Josh's email address for a campaign, an email sending campaign?
I don't have it.
What about the Carl and Mary Holland pilot?
Haven't heard anything on that.
Well, everything at the company is going great.
Yeah,
so
and I just got an email before this. It wasn't as cutting as that one, but I just got an email before this that the Carl and Peter Banifast pilot won't be picked up, which is fine. But I was doing a favor. It wasn't a Carl pilot. It's a Peter Banifast pilot featuring me.
It really
I
is
don't know
like
him.
Netflix for
great.
podcasts.
It is like Netflix.
It's like
Netflix.
Netflix. It's like Netflixing for podcasts. We're gonna be Netflix for podcasts. Howl,
Yeah, I remember how.
Wolf Pop, Howl, the fucking
The wolf dead.
Elephant's Graveyard.
Check this out,
Just
folks.
crunching on bones as you walk through the studio.
Hell yeah.
Y'all want to get bright? Did y'all see Bright?
Who would be more likely to do a Flagrant Ones podcast, Jonah Hill or Donald Glover? All of your old friends. Who? What? Yeah.
Well, neither of them will do it. Probably Jonah. I mean, Donald actually did Hollywood Handbook, but I would say
When was that?
It was
The
like our
early
third
one.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I like is that Jonah likes basketball. He likes the Lakers and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe he would.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that. And sometimes if you bump into Jonah, he'll be like, and not that he'll just be like, family dinner, my place tomorrow. Like he'll
Right.
just be like, let's do X thing, and be very excited about like not only seeing you but making plans to hang out again after, which I have converted on one or two occasions, but not usually. But when I've seen Donald lately, he's great and nice, but there's no like,
That
and then let's you and me hang out again after this. It's
Right.
like, this is when we're hanging out.
Yeah. That's fine.
Which, dude, it's great.
One thing I've noticed is that not either of those people specifically, but a lot of the more famous people have figured out their podcast response, the way they say no, which is they often say like, I'm just not really like good at podcasts. I just don't really know like how to do them.
Yeah.
The easiest that you can do, there's no like, for example, it's one very, very small component of acting, which they can do. Mm-hmm. It's just doing a very long interview basically. But they just say like, yeah, podcasts, I'm just not really like good at the,
I just never know.
I
Like,
just don't
I'm
really
always
get like what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, I always feel like I'm not doing a good job at it.
So that's what they say. Next question. What NBA player do you think we could have the best chance of getting on the podcast?
John Sally.
John Sally would do it. I think.
But active NBA player?
Active NBA player.
Oof. Blake Griffin.
You think that's our best shot?
Yeah.
Through who's sending that email? You?
I've hung out with his partner a couple times. Like we got lunch one night.
Oh,
got
night
dinner.
lunch.
We got dinner one afternoon. I mean,
Wow.
we got breakfast one evening.
Dinner for breakfast.
No, we went. I've hung out with his
Breakfast,
partner a
lunch,
couple
and
times.
fucking
his
dinner.
production partner. So
Yeah, I met him once.
yeah, he's a cool guy.
Nice guy, cool guy.
Active other than that, DeAndre Jordan, maybe.
What's that connection?
Snow pants.
Yeah, maybe after he does Snow Pants one night, he could just pop right over here.
People say Josh Hart we could get.
How do they know?
Owen B thinks, I think he must know Josh Hart. He says he can get Josh Hart. Michael Pearson says Jordan. I think he means Michael Jordan. But a lot of people mentioning the Arch of Dimes. He did reply to a couple of fans' posts. So that is probably our strongest connection, yeah.
I grew up with Nick Young.
Someone says, XX Ball and 69XX says, breakfast, lunch, and fucking night lunch.
Breakfast, lunch, and fucking night lunch.
Chris Dickinson says, do you think that Zion needs to lose weight to be great?
No.
He's already very good.
The answer
He
is
got
no.
picked first of all the guys.
Yeah, it's true. Might have just been that team though that wanted him.
And you don't need to jump that much higher. What? Put the camera on there on Carl's phone.
No.
Oh, it's a secret.
John
What the
Stockton,
fuck?
that'd be fun. I get to see it at least.
Yeah.
I won't show it on the camera.
I won't see it. I'll be the audience surrogate.
Wow,
Carl-
Dan said, my wife is watching this with me, and she just said, oh, so Sean is the cool one. Between the two of us, that's definitely.
Did she see me yet?
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think all the California teams will make the playoffs this season? Sacramento. No.
But it'll be a squeaker. It'll be a squeaker. It'll
think
be,
so?
I think
It will be a squeaky one.
It'll be a squeaky one. It'll be a squeaker.
It's gonna squeak.
Oh, it's gonna squeak.
It will be squeaking.
Oh, it's gonna squeak.
But you say no too?
I say no. Yeah.
Yeah.
The West is loaded.
Win totals came out. Did you see the Lakers are 5th in the West?
Let's talk about the playoffs. Let's go through it.
Yep.
The Lakers, the Clippers,
This is in no order.
The Warriors.
the Rockets,
The Rockets. The Warriors.
the Warriors,
The Nuggets.
the Nuggets,
The
the
Blazers,
Blazers,
the Utah
the
Jazz.
Jazz.
Now we're done, right?
That's 7.
seven.
Oh, okay.
The Dallas Mavericks. I think Luka's gonna have a fucking coming out
he's
party.
really. I do. They might still be your way. I guess it depends on when Kristaps comes back and what he looks like.
My boy Jalen Brunson.
What about the Pelicans?
Oh,
Is it that crazy?
It's
Is it
not
really
that
so
crazy,
crazy?
But this is why I think not all the California teams would make it, because it is really hard for Sacramento to be better than like the Pelicans and the Mavericks. And who else are we thinking of? I mean, I guess I mean the Thunder are out of the picture. Minnesota,
oh yeah.
not really.
Someone said they bet that the text that we were looking at is some girl texting dirty to Carl.
No, that's not what turns us on,
As if
guys.
yeah. It was business deal related.
Yeah.
That is not how we would respond
First of all,
to a
money
dirty
make
text.
me come.
Money makes Carl come. I have to turn lights up even higher.
Yeah.
More light for you folks.
So let's go back to me being the cool one.
I think she said that because the lights are dark in here and she couldn't see me.
I like that idea.
Oh, wow.
What was it? This is the guy's girlfriend said that, huh? Wow. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I think everyone is sleeping on the Clippers.
What?
That's what Chris says. The team that I think has the highest win predicted total in the West.
And the people I named second as definitely making the playoffs.
Yeah. Lob City, Lonzo to Zion, Philip says. That's right. I think they'll be good.
Yeah. But I don't think they'll make the playoffs because there's going to be some growing pains for Zion. Lonzo and Ingram were the core of a team last year that had LeBron James and didn't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I think LeBron is better than Drew Holiday, who I think is great, but I don't think there's any way they make it.
Sam Feinberg asks, have Carl break down the word come as appetizer P Neuer?
Appetizer P. Newer.
Yeah, it's a character of yours.
Come. Let's break it down. Let's try to remember what this character was.
Ask questions from this show.
Come.
That's
Let's
a
break
comedy
it down.
Bang Bang character.
Commitment until marriage.
Oh, that's good. It's really good.
I like it.
Yeah, what the character is.
Yeah, he does acronyms.
I can't remember.
Are we not worried about Paul George's health? Not really.
I mean, he might miss the beginning of the season
Yeah.
with shoulder surgery. I think the Clippers said they're focused on load management.
Justin says, what's the cheapest way I can follow the league next season? Great question. Our Reddit NBA streams is gone.
Probably online.
Online.
I think you
But
can
online is
probably still
expensive.
dig around. Yeah.
Here's what I would do. Go to your local watering hole.
Yeah, mix it up with some local fans.
And get to be friends enough with the bartender that you get the remote, basically.
Yeah. Leave your house for a change. Go to the local saloon. Get yourself a damn Paloma and watch your baskets.
What's the coolest
Be
destination-
careful. If you say to watch baskets, you might end up watching
Yes.
the Zach Galifianakis
Watch the
show.
FX show baskets.
If you say to the remote, watch baskets, yeah.
Remote, show me baskets.
Andrew says, what's the coolest destination for Bradley Beal?
Coolest?
Coolest.
Okay, Alaska. Pretty cool there.
Sorry, Andrew.
Pretty cool there. I'd love to see Beal go to the Baltimore Pinchy Crabs.
Chris Dickens. Olivia points out, hey, Flagrant Ones is only $5 a month. That's cheap.
Hey, that's the cheapest way to follow the NBA, man.
Yeah.
We're going to be
That's
bringing
how
you
I do
all
it.
the scoops.
Oh, Chris says that there are a bunch of other sites for streams.
Yeah, that's when
and
I said
if you
internet.
use
What I meant.
DuckDuckGo as a search engine, you could find them. Have you watched much of the Big Three? I really thought I was going to, and then I didn't at all.
Mm-hmm.
Carl, did you watch any of the Big Three tournament?
No, I don't like that.
What don't you like about it?
It's boring.
Because they're just bad.
Yeah, I mean they're not bad. It's just like a slower pace. Like
Yeah.
kind of. I don't want to watch 3-on-3 basketball.
In my head, the fewer the players, the more like intense it is, but that's not true.
No, I think it's all, and it's older.
It makes me
like
think one on
retired
one
players.
would be kind of boring. Right?
I guess it probably could be. I don't think one-on-one would necessarily be boring. But it would be short, probably. Like, how long is a one-on-one game going to be and be interesting and have them still be like moving around?
I'm
A
picturing
one-on-one
that they would
tournament
be
could
like
be
doing
cool.
moves on each other and stuff.
Yeah,
but it probably
that
would
rules.
mostly not be that though.
You know what's good basketball? The basketball tournament, TBT.
What's that?
It's like where all these just like random teams get together and do this tournament. I think it's like a big buy-in. Like it's like $10,000.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about this.
Yeah, and those teams are usually like they'll have like a bunch of dudes who played for like North Carolina, and they'll have like a UNC, like a Tar Heel Nation team, and there's a bunch of dudes who played for North Carolina or around, like, and they'll have like coaches like Chris Paul, I think, is a coach or an owner or something like that.
You can watch it?
You can watch it. It plays on ESPN and stuff like that.
Oh my
and
God.
that's pretty good basketball because a lot of those guys are still kind of trying to show off to try to maybe get a league spot. And sometimes you'll get players in there who were in the league that aren't anymore.
Two things we should do as the Flagrant Ones: go to a G League game,
Yeah.
and go to a WNBA game.
We should do both
We
those
can do
things.
that soon.
I went to a
Yeah.
Drew League game. It was the Drew League versus the other league that I forget the name of down in Long Beach. And God, it was so fun.
The first time I've ever got on the Jumbotron was at a Sparks game.
Oh yeah.
What'd you do?
I looked up and went, ah.
You did a
I
whole
was like 9.
Oh yeah.
It was at
Sure.
the Forum.
Oh cool.
Yeah.
You got the bug.
That was what made me want to be on TV.
Who's the
Yeah.
tallest person in the chat? That's what I want to know. Who do I think it is?
It might take a while for them to be able to answer.
Who do you think it is, Andy?
I bet Eastman's tall. He seems like a tall
That's
guy.
the only guy
How
we've
tall are
talked
you,
about.
Eastman?
You think
Yeah.
that's just a coincidence?
Beast man.
Give someone
Who
else
else?
your phone number. Post
Oh,
your.
wait, did you see that other guy Tyler wants to call in and tell the story of how he got my phone number?
That I think he should be allowed
Okay,
to do.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Okay, call it and tell us the
Oh,
story.
Chris Book is 6'5". Damn.
Oh,
No,
damn.
Fuck, damn.
Everyone's over 6 feet who's talking.
Little man's.
MDB is 7'4", 115 pounds. Wow, this is a very tall chat.
Little man's chat.
Oh,
Maggie's
at
5 feet. Nuttin'.
5 feet. Nuttin',
Just 5 feet. Nothing.
100 and nuttin'.
Okay, here's Tyler.
No, it's actually Travis.
Travis.
Travis, you sound a lot like
Oh wait,
Andy.
did I call you Tyler? Sorry.
This is like a very boring that movie
Someone else
that
hold
movie
this.
Lost Highway.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Good man. Get to the fucking.
What's your secret?
I got Andy's number.
Yeah, please.
Yes, now.
Okay, so I went on Andy's Twitter because I didn't know what he looked like. I knew what the rest of you guys looked like. He had a link to his website, which had a link to a spec script for Rush Hour 4.
Hell yeah,
So
dude.
I read the spec, and it has his number on the spec script, and it was actually really good. So I texted him, and I said, "Hey, Andy, I thought your spec script was really good." And then he basically said, "Don't ever text me again."
That though.
What do you
Wow.
really say?
He was very nice.
Wow. You did that so fast.
That was very well told. We should have called you earlier.
Thank you.
No, not the story.
Oh.
You also did the research very fast. Didn't you call like right away, basically?
Oh no, he
No,
found
this
it,
happened
this
prior.
happened a while ago.
And then he took this opportunity to fucking.
April the 20th, I believe.
Oh,
Big-
420.
big day.
Okay, I know where you were getting some of these crazy ideas then.
That's probably why he liked my Rush Hour script so much.
I thought it was really good at the time. I'll go back and read it over now.
It might not hold up.
Is
don't
so
know.
anyone can do that, basically, right?
I suppose they could.
Yeah, he's giving them the key.
You guys read it live on Hollywood Handbook too, on the Lauren
Your phone
Lapkus
number?
episode.
That's right.
And it went up twice. Once for the best of and once in the original.
And we didn't bleep it out.
Nope.
Wow.
Wow. These days we would
Can I say
probably
one
think
thing
about bleeping
the
it
big
out.
three before I let you guys go?
Big three?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we let you go, but yeah.
Joe Johnson is crushing it. I think he could still have a spot in the league if somebody wanted to have him as a, eighth man off the bench.
Who is?
Joe Johnson. ISO Joe.
Oh,
Joe-
I heard that
ISO
he was
Joe,
doing
yeah.
really well.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, he's crushing it.
He had meaningful minutes for Utah in the playoffs.
Joe Johnson could still be in the league.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he probably could help somebody out.
Thank you, Travis.
All right. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Cool.
Have a good one.
Okay, bye.
Thanks.
Travis.
Really good story.
Travis is a
Super
band
sleuth.
that sounds kind of like Coldplay.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's kind of.
How many basketball games did Taco Fall play in his career?
That was good, Travis. Thanks.
Taco Fall. 10,000.
10,000.
That's how many it
the
takes to be
over-under, I
good.
think.
That's Malcolm
Yeah.
Gladwell. I
Mhm.
mean, you need 10,000 games.
Someone asked if I have any baseball trade deadline takes. I don't understand baseball anymore. All like the really good players, for the most part, are not going to like front running teams. Like the Reds, who are like kind of a middle level team, just traded for Trevor Bauer, who I hate as like a person, but is like good. That was confusing to me. The Mets just traded for one of the good pitchers, and they kind of suck. Like, I just don't understand.
Oh, I'm getting a Puig Indians jersey.
I know you were saying
Right.
that on
Yes,
Twitter.
the
yeah.
offensive one.
Right?
He wants Chief Wahoo.
Getting Chief Wahoo Puig.
So, yeah, I mean, Hayes knows more about baseball than me, but what do you think that is, Hayes, that's making that happen? Because it's like, in the NBA, when that happens, it's always like, well, they took the money, like they took the, and
I
so
know.
it's like, are good players, like really standout superstar players in baseball, more likely to take the money because the postseason is so much more random, and you could just wind up on this run?
Baseball,
Like people just get hot and cold more, and
maybe. I mean, baseball, I think, is just worse because so much more of it comes down to like contract shit and like team financials than the NBA does. Like the fact that you get drafted in baseball and that you might get signed, you might not.
You can get drafted in the 40th round. And be like,
Yeah.
"No, I'm going to go back to school."
Yeah,
And then
sure.
next year you get drafted in 26 and go, "No, I'm going to go back again."
Yeah, and like the fact, like getting even like in the first round.
there's
like,
so many people who were drafted into Major League Baseball that play other sports or never played at all.
In between my meetings today, I stopped at Cabo Wabo. At
Yeah,
Hollywood and
Sammy
Highland.
Hagar's spot.
Yeah.
And the ninth inning, the top of the ninth, Dodgers, it was tied 0-0. Dodgers just hit 5 runs on those damn Rockies.
Mhm.
So
Very
and
cool.
you
71
tweeted
games,
Will
71 wins.
Smith.
Will Smith, and then I tweeted Christopher Negron.
Oh yeah, he's cool. I like him. Here's a question. This is a good question I have. The new guy in the Dodgers, Alex, what's his name?
Alex Verdugo.
Rodriguez.
Alex Verdugo. Yes.
A-Rod.
I would love. I go to games and they play like Banda music. When he gets up to the plate. Yes. because he's Mexican, of Mexican descent. I think he was born in the U.S. And I hear so many people doing like the mariachi like kind of call that also LeBron does in his Taco Tuesday videos. Yes.
Yeah.
And I would love to just do like a little one, just to be able to do like a very, very small one. And I see people that are definitely not Mexican or even Latinx of any kind doing it. But would that be okay for me to do? And LeBron
You should be asking Andrew T over here.
If something's racist.
Yeah. Is it
Which
okay
thing?
if I do here? I'm not even sure who
Here.
is doing this
Okay.
noise because the camera's facing away. But it would sound like a, like that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
It's like
You could say you're doing Mr. Hanky if you do it that way.
It makes me think it's the guy from the beginning of Wipeout. He goes,
Oh, it could be that guy. Wipeout. I think he was, like Polish, of Polish ancestry. Wow, Chris Dickinson deleted one of his messages.
I saw what it said.
What'd it say?
It said,
Did you really see it?
yeah.
Was it bad?
No.
What'd it say?
well, I saw it too.
He said, why is Carl being so quiet? He's the best one.
It wasn't bad for you.
I never
Wow.
believe when people say that. Like, it's
You're just
like-
messing around.
Wow, he retracted it.
Yeah,
That's
it did-
Mario. It
did
does sound like
yeah.
Mario.
You want to hear my impression of Mario jumping? He goes,
Yeah.
right?
Wow, holy shit, man. Fuck, man.
Do you have any more?
That's it.
It does sound a little like Toad. Okay, so I am allowed to do it.
Toasty.
This is good. That we could do. How did this get played?
We are
we
doing
We're
it.
could.
doing video game talk.
We
That's
are
great.
doing it.
That thing's gonna be a fucking graveyard.
When's yours come out?
I don't know. They might just cancel the show without releasing it because no one wants it. Like they should have just put mine first. It would have been a phenomenon. Would have been a runaway train, and now instead, they're just
video
hemorrhaging
game
followers. Yeah, Weiger's
Wanna
video
be-
game
He
podcast.
wants
What are
me
you
to-
gonna play?
He wants me to do Shaq Fu.
That's a great one.
Oh yeah.
Problem is, I don't know how to play a game.
You don't
You
have to know how to play
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
Sean didn't know how to play the game that he played.
Well, yeah, but it was pretty easy, and I was pretty good at it.
I told him I wanted to do NCAA 2014.
Oh yeah.
Was that a famously bad one?
No, it's not bad at all. It's great.
Yeah,
It's the best
that's
game.
not
It
what
wouldn't-
they want.
That's not what they want. Yeah, they want bad games. I'm like,
What is it with the bad everything being bad?
James says, "Do Marty Funkhauser jumping?"
Speaking of Marty Funkhauser, we watched
That's
a long like a compilation, like a YouTube compilation that was just like best of Super Dave in the writers' room the other day.
I still
It's
don't really.
fucking.
It was
funny, man. It's
I don't
like,
really know what he did.
I remember watching it. So his thing, he's Evel Knievel, you know, he's like the world's
Yeah.
greatest stunt man. But then he fucks up every stunt and just gets creamed. So like the compilation is a lot of like him getting hit by a train or whatever. Like it's like always unexpected ways. But then there's a very funny thing that happens twice where like he's all set up on the top of like this building and he's gonna jump onto this little like pool of water or whatever. And then the second you see him jump, it's always them throwing a dummy. But the second you see him jump, he just goes, "I missed it." Like as soon as, he just misses by so much, and they do it twice. Oh god, it was so funny. I missed it. Oh,
Everyone's asking what. What you played?
I played the Vanderpump Rules like story iPhone app video game.
Did you ever play Virtua Tennis? People were asking about Topspin. I did play that. That was one of the first Xbox games, I think. Maybe not.
I don't really.
Or it might have come
remember.
with the Xbox.
I don't remember playing anything but Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
Chris asked if it hurts to do Funkhauser. It feels great. It feels great.
Funkhauser make me come.
It's very quiet as part of my secret. That's it.
Come, let's break it down.
Let's break that down.
Wow. Will any of the ones ever run for a WGA leadership position?
I'm going for it.
These guys are busy with
Interesting
the
question.
UCB stuff.
I think I guess Hayes might. I've been the captain on multiple shows. I've been the show captain on like 4 or 5 different shows, and I do have a WGA captain hat as well.
I did beat Overcooked 2. People are asking me if I beat Overcooked 2. I absolutely did beat it. I've never played it on multiplayer. I got pneumonia when I was in India for a wedding, and then played it on the entire flight back and beat it. Francis. Oh, he and Francis got 3 stars on all levels. That's cool. That
He
you
and Francis
needed
got a
another person to
divorce.
play with.
Francis, and sorry, we're supporting this relationship with Francis, even though Francis is Deadpool's enemy.
Worst enemy. Yeah, I have actually been sort of unclear, like in my own head, about like how to reckon with that.
Yeah,
That Eastman is married to Deadpool's worst enemy,
Also, if she
who
goes,
enjoys pain.
she wakes up and goes to the bathroom. She turns on the lights. She's Francis, and the lights.
And the lights.
May I have this dance?
Yeah.
Ooh ooh.
If she wakes up and goes to the bathroom and turns on the lights, then she technically would be Francis and the lights.
Did you guys listen to the new Chance the Rapper album?
No, I heard from this guy I know who is a white rapper that he did not think it was very good.
Who is it? Macklemore?
I will not say who it is, and so it could be
It could be Macklemore. Okay.
Yes.
So many new albums coming out.
YBN Corday is a good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I watched all. My only real interaction with hip hop is I always watch all the XXL ciphers, which I was worried they weren't going to do this year because they did all those other stupid videos before they actually did the ciphers. But then they did not let me down. It was the exact combination I always want of like some being really good and some being so bad.
Yeah.
It's like fuck, just prepare something.
I don't mean to be old head, but those things have gotten just progressively worse over the past.
Did you watch this year's?
Yes.
Some of
And
them
it
I
was-
thought were good.
I mean, some of them were good.
A lot better than last year.
Meg Thee Stallion was the best.
She was great. The baby was great too.
The baby,
Everyone.
he said
You didn't like it?
he was just in Miami, not here in L.A. That nigga think he LeBron.
But it's like last year, I remember it was.
The only good ones are Eminem's because he sticks it to President Trump. That's it. He lets Trump have it. He whomps him in those
He-
freestyles.
Is
Wants
not
to hit him with an
recovered.
awfully hot coffee pot.
How does he do that? He
Reach your
runs
hand in to
everything.
vote for Trump. You'll pull back a stump
Oh,
and
no.
get a thump from my fist bump. I didn't watch him this year.
Last year, I
I
talked
watched
about.
him before.
I talked about this on Brandon Wardell's podcast a while ago, but last year it was 3 guys that like are barely doing anything. They just like they are actually freestyling, but in a way that is like less effort than like
Who?
It was Ugly God, Made in Tokyo, and one other guy. And I was just like, this is crazy. What is this? And then the 4th guy is XXX Tentacion at the time he was living.
Timmy Turner.
And they turn off the music for him, and he just kneels and goes, I am the Dragon the Destroyer. I will hunt you down, and I will like tear your entire family to shreds.
Yeah.
The reckoning comes, and I am the bringer. Like,
That was fucking annoying.
and all the others are like, yeah,
so
dude.
stupid.
And it was like, you like that too? That's so different from the thing that you were doing.
Seems like if you liked that, you wouldn't do what you did.
Yes.
Because that is so.
But neither one I could really figure out and get access to. But this year I was finally I like Rico Nasty too.
Did you
Rico
watch the
Nasty's
movie
good.
Bodied?
I did not see that movie. What is that?
Bodied was a movie about like battle rapping. I'm trying to remember because I think there's somebody funny who like stars in it.
Oh, that's funny.
I remember reading about it as like a hot project, and then it was okay. Let's see, a masterpiece. It says it is produced by Eminem. It does star like a sort of a dorky white dude who's like supposed to be a good rapper in it. This guy is the main. He looks like Ron Weasley, and he's like the tough rapper.
Wait, isn't
who's
that the
like-
kid from
Canadian.
from the dick drawing show that I liked.
What?
American
American
Yes, he
Vandal.
was on
Yeah,
American
I thought he
Vandal.
was really good in that.
Well, maybe you'd like Body.
Yeah, maybe.
They're casting Kareem for the Showtime show.
Oh, I know.
I
Got to be
told-
6'8".
Do you guys know Londell?
Yeah, I know he is. Yeah, I don't know.
I texted him yesterday. I was like, dude, you got to get in on this.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I auditioned for it a month ago, and didn't get a call. I'm like,
I
not
know
only
where
is
they're.
Londell very talented,
Yeah.
but he's 6'6" and a good basketball player.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know where their production offices are. I was at a table read on Friday at LA Center Studios downtown, and I passed all the Showtime offices, and I did look inside.
Isn't it funny that it's an HBO show, but it's called Showtime?
That is, to me, permanently confusing.
Yeah, that's going to be
I
problematic.
always think it is on Showtime.
Have you seen that new Showtime show, people will say?
Boy.
No, I haven't, but I'd love to talk to you about a show on HBO.
About basketball.
Yeah.
And the
about
Lakers.
the Lakers.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. It sounds like you're talking about Showtime. No, I'm pretty sure it was HBO. Well, I don't know about that, they'll say.
Chris Dickinson says, what do you think Donald Sterling is up to these days?
They want you to do Carl. Carly, they want you to do
Donald Sterling tonight probably just had dinner with his wife. Probably yelled at her a little bit. He has Alzheimer's.
Oh.
So, I mean, Chris didn't ask for an impression. He just asked for what
What
Donald
he-
Sterling was up
That's-
to.
yeah.
So that is a perfectly appropriate answer. Smart Crowd does ask for you to do V. Stiviano. I mean, you're not a clown, but
Yeah. Thanks.
have we seen that show, The Boys? No.
No.
Ian Garwood's here. Ian, we all watched that video of you getting beat up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did. We watched you get beat up.
It was great. It was really good. You should post it in the chat.
Yeah, you really got your ass kicked.
Yeah,
It
was
wasn't
really
as
cool.
much of an ass kicking as I expected. From the
I
trailer.
mean, I would have been up still.
yeah,
You could definitely tell who was the one getting beat up for a big part of it because he does get teamed up on by those two guys.
Yeah.
What team would you want the all or nothing NBA version to follow over the course of a season? Is that like Hard Knocks?
It's Hard Knocks,
Hard
yeah,
Knocks,
but
on
it's
Amazon.
on Amazon.
Oh.
Do you watch All or Nothing?
No, I'm a Hard Knocks guy.
Great,
But I heard
question.
that. But why wouldn't you watch both?
I tried one episode of All or Nothing, and I think I watched it too late.
I've never tried All or Nothing, but I do love Hard Knocks, and then Goldie really likes All or Nothing as well, and he's like, I wish this was all TV.
Yeah. Hard Knocks is fucking great.
Do you guys watch the what's the Last Chance U?
I watched the first two seasons. And I loved
watched
it.
the
Now
first
it's a new
season and
school.
liked it, but then I didn't realize that it was still going, I guess.
I watched up until this last season, and then this new one came out, and I disliked the last season so much. Not that the show itself wasn't good, but the people on it were just so insufferable. Like from the players to the coaches to it just wasn't the same as the other show. Like I didn't feel that connection with these players, and I think because this season, like they knew they were on TV. You know?
Oh yeah,
Whereas the other seasons, they kind of didn't know what the impact that was going to
yeah.
have.
The
and
first
stuff.
season, which I watched, they totally seemed like pretty naive about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This time it felt like they were like putting on shows and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm not into it anymore. And then they have this like newer version. I'm like, yeah, I'm not into it.
God,
but I'm
Hard Knocks
very
is so
excited for
good.
Hard Knocks. The Raiders.
Carl,
That's
you got
cool.
any room in any fantasy leagues or anything for me to join?
I will try to make some room for you in a fantasy.
Ian
league. Or we
says-
can do one. We can do one of our own.
Yeah, I would do one. I mean, Hayes and I used to be in one.
Yeah.
Last year was the first year I
Does
just
Goldie
didn't
play?
have one. Yeah, I mean, he might be in some already, but I'd love to get into one and for money too.
Yeah, I'm gonna put in some bread.
Ian says they were supposed to be fighting each other, but they never punched each other once.
That's true.
What NBA team would you like to see on? I have an answer for this. On like an all or nothing type show.
I'd like to see the Pelicans.
Pelicans would be great.
We've
Lamar's
had
in
this
it.
conversation before.
Not with me. I don't think.
We've had this conversation before.
Who'd you say?
I'm trying to remember because I remember
so
like, going
boring,
through
old
this.
news conversation for you.
No, but I think we may have had it on the
And
show once.
and it may have changed. A
It's
lot of the
definite-
players are on
it's
different teams.
Definitely changed. That's why I'm thinking about it. but we had the conversation and we possibly had it on the show once. In
My
like one of our second episode or something. Maybe.
Mine would be, I think now, maybe the Rockets.
I was just gonna say that.
Wouldn't that be fun?
The Rockets would be fun. I'll watch Russ do anything.
Russ
So
does have
that
a lot
would
of
be
like
really exciting.
personality and like he doesn't he doesn't like really show it on camera, but James Harden doesn't as much. I'd still like to see it.
I'm thinking. Well, should you follow Hard Knocks rules where they can't have made the playoffs last year?
Sure.
Because that's one of the things about Hard Knocks that's kind of interesting.
I'd like to see Sacramento too.
Sacramento would be cool.
is definitely cool. Sacramento fits like, I know they said All or Nothing, but Sacramento fits like the Hard Knocks mold where you'd be watching it and then by the end of the show you'd be going, they're going to be fucking awesome this year, because you would have just fallen in love with like 4 of the players and they'd come out and just get
shit.
waxed.
The Sixers would
Phoenix.
probably be the most fun.
I wouldn't mind watching Phoenix.
Phoenix is so bad. I mean, I was thinking about Atlanta.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a cool city too. I'm thinking New Orleans, Atlanta, New York. I'd watch the Knicks.
I mean, of course, the Knicks would be really fun just because it's like a mess. The personalities they have there of like them following fucking. Did Marcus Morris end up there or on the Spurs?
The Knicks.
So it's Marcus Morris and like Bobby Portis and fucking
So bad.
Alfred Payton.
Oh
like
my God.
the footage they would get of those people hanging around. You know, they follow them on their like day out in the city or whatever. It's like Marcus Morris going to MoMA or whatever.
Did you people are asking if anyone read Boomtown. I haven't read it, but I heard it's good, and I met the author at my friend's wedding. It's about Oklahoma City, but it's like mostly about it's the guy that wrote that article about Russell Westbrook a few years ago and like the Thunder in general. It's supposed to be good.
Oh, sounds good.
Any more questions? Eastman is sort of holding court about Scotch.
He's going off.
Ian Garwood is still trying to direct people to the video of him getting
You
tag
just have
teamed.
to search Ian
by some
Garwood gets tag
bros.
teamed by bros, and it'll pop right up.
And so maybe that is.
Yeah, I think you can't post links in the chat. Maybe it doesn't seem like it's popping up. but
Yeah, people
you just
keep trying
gotta-
to post
you
it
gotta
and being like,
search-
here it is,
you
and
gotta
then,
track it down.
then nothing shows. So you have to search it separately. Is that our time?
Could be. It's been about an hour. It's having fun.
We can go for. You want to set it at like 8:45 or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we
yeah,
can take
we'll do another 10
You
minutes.
got 10 more minutes, guys.
10
get your
more
licks in.
minutes.
10 more minutes.
How did
You
we
guys
get
like that
They said,
country
"How
song,
did you
5
get
more minutes?
They said, "How did you get the idea for the Flagrant ones?" I do remember the moment when we were about to record and we hadn't come up with a name for the show yet, and we were looking at basketball terms, and I think Sean, you found it,
Yeah.
and that was like the only like idea I remember anyone having ever, because I was so like, that's it, that's so good.
It did feel like the right one, yeah.
But then we found like
It's the
some
only
people
idea I've
complained
had
that,
for the
like,
show.
Some other show is called the Flagrant 2.
Yeah, we found that out later.
Like much
because we didn't
later.
think of searching for that. We just were like,
Yeah.
We
there's
searched
nothing
for the
else called the
Flagrant
Flagrant
ones.
ones, right?
We did search for the
It's like,
Flagrant
okay,
ones.
great.
Yeah.
And I think it was
Didn't occur
funny.
to
It
me.
was funny to us because it was also like the Defiant ones or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it felt
Right.
like that structure was.
And you got a lot of mileage out of saying things are flagrant.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We should do that more.
That's fun.
Oh, they asked for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood thoughts. Did you see it?
I fucking loved it.
I felt it was the performances from Leo and Brad Pitt were off the chizzy.
So good.
Brad Pitt was so damn cool in the movie. It was
One of the coolest characters, just in terms of like, obviously he does some things that I don't support, but like just in terms of like the performance and the way the character, like the scope of the character and like how you find stuff out about him and his like casual attitude towards everything that
Yeah.
happens. You're just like, this is the coolest
When he's sick, I'm not gonna say.
coolest
Okay.
cat.
I was just about to give a spoiler. You know what? I just say this. Leo was a tour de force.
Leo's so funny in it,
Yeah.
man. He's really funny. I mean, I just don't. They do. I feel so old. They don't make movies like this anymore. Like it used to be that there were a lot of movies where there were a bunch of different tones in the movie, and it would be like sort of, you know, an important like dramatic film, but there'd be so many really funny parts in it, like, you know, Boogie Nights and like movies like that, the other Tarantino movies. And you don't see it very much. I found it very refreshing. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. I didn't feel it. It kind
Wow.
of flew by.
Where did you see it?
It's chopped up. I saw it in the dome. I sat
cool.
center in the dome. The dome.
Yeah.
They show the dome in the movie, like this, you know, 60s sign lighting up. I loved it. I understand there's like problematic elements to it, but I just like had so much fun, and I just feel like I never fucking see good movies anymore.
Eastman keeps asking me my favorite whiskey. I like when I get it, I just get Lafroig. I don't know if that's like really good or not, but that's what I get. Favorite MCU
Lafroig
movie.
says there are no
I
accidents.
don't follow those.
Okay.
Favorite MCU movie? I liked I liked the Winter Soldier, Captain America and the
Yeah.
Winter
I
Soldier.
think that's the best one.
I think so.
That was really
And our
good.
friend DC is in it.
Yeah, DC's in that one. That one was great.
There's so many good set pieces in it.
I heard the new Spider-Man's really good. I
I didn't
seen,
really like the
haven't seen
first
that
one
yet.
that
I haven't
much.
seen Endgame or whatever the one before it was, Infinity War. I didn't see either of those movies.
Infinity War I thought was great. I was lucky enough to
Xfinity War,
attend the
that's right.
premiere. And people really did lose their shit when the end part happened.
I saw Spider-Man. Is that one?
Which one?
The
newest one?
You saw the newest one?
Uh-huh.
That's out like
Yeah,
now?
That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
was it
counts.
good?
I had a good time in the theater. Like I said, I don't really go after those type of flicks. But what's his name was funny in it? Jake Gyllenhaal?
Oh, that's
Was
cool.
he?
Is that his? That's his
Yeah,
name.
that's it.
That's his name.
Yeah, he was Mysterio or whatever.
Eastman Presser is saying I didn't have to do it to him. Is that a reference to my Lafroig choice? I guess I do want to know if that is like embarrassing or not.
Well, you know, Lafroig says there are no accidents.
I choose Crown Royal Canadian whiskey, and I add a splash of Atlanta's finest Coca-Cola.
It would be funny to call that movie Xfinity War,
Yeah.
like
thanks,
Paul Vaccarello is doing. That's
Very
good.
good.
Xfinity War. The best superhero movie is Spider-Verse. Yeah,
That
that
one's
movie's
very
great.
good.
But that is not what he meant.
That's not MCU technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Spencer says Mysterio is hilarious.
Someone mentioned Midsummer, which I really, really liked, but I like horror stuff, so that's for me.
I'm not going to watch it.
That's
yeah, me
fair.
neither. I will never ever see it.
Thanks,
That's
guys.
okay.
I just am stoked that Zach Braff finally met someone. You know he's dating.
Oh, yeah, you
that.
got Florence
He's dating
Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
I've told my Zach Braff story on some podcasts.
He found
right?
out how old she was, and he said, "Phew."
Do you think that was made in the DMs on Instagram? Like he commented on a picture and she's like, what's that got to?
Maybe he makes a lot of stuff in the DMs. So what did you?
Well, yeah,
what's your
please.
story?
I've told you this, I know,
Mhm.
but he did like a little event at the Lampoon in college, and he spoke, and someone asked him like, "Where do you get your ideas?" or something like that, and he said he likes to surprise himself with his ideas, and so he like writes them on little pieces of paper, and he'll hide them from himself around the house. So he'll put them in like a cereal bowl or like a drawer or something like that. So as he's going through his day, he can constantly being like surprised by like, oh, look at this little like idea I had. And I was like, holy shit.
If you haven't seen Wish I Was Here,
Yeah. That movie does kind of feel like it was written that way.
it feels Feels like a collection of things that were scribbled down on a piece of paper of like, this could be cool, and then none of it was.
I never really made that connection.
Dude, it's amazing.
Sean, did you like Mother? It's called Ma. The movie's just called Ma.
Or are they talking about the Aronofsky movie?
No, I didn't.
That movie was nuts.
I didn't see it.
Oh.
Thank you, Eastman, for those other recommendations. Your friend wrote Ma.
Yeah, Scotty.
But he's
wrote
not.
Ma.
But he's not a horror writer traditionally.
Yeah, well, he has been though. No, he's just
okay.
somebody who like was always writing like 9 different projects. Like it was always like, they want me to do this thing,
Wow.
And he
I got a
just
question
is a
for you guys.
hustler.
Yeah.
I won't type it in the chat. I'll say it out loud.
Okay.
If somebody says no need to respond to a text, do you have to respond?
What I mean, like, what is it?
Is this one of these?
It's a long
Is
text.
this another one of those dirty texts that you're getting?
Oh. Yeah, you do have to respond to this. Absolutely.
It's you. If it's that long, I don't know what it says, but
Yes, you have to respond. And pretty soon.
I think he may have said that because he was like, because
This is a dirty
He's
text.
just trying to.
So
dirty.
if you want to see how we react to a dirty text,
This is
that
just
was
very
a-
thoughtfully.
Yeah.
hashtag titty text.
You do.
It's a hashtag titty text. Hashtag titty text.
imagine
It's a
getting
hashtag
a
titty
titty
text.
text and then it says no need to respond after.
You have to respond with
It's a titty
something
text.
nice once you know what you're doing, but I do think that he means no need to respond in that, like, I want to transmit this information to you. I want you to hear it personally from me, and it's just that's the whole purpose of this. But then the polite thing will be that you'll say something.
The beginning of that dance, if you can do it again, Carl, was like a member of Chuck E. Cheese's band.
Hashtag titty text. Hashtag titty text. Hashtag titty text.
Hashtag titty text. Man, the world has changed.
SNL Mount Rushmore.
When I was growing up, you wanted to. Yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't rush. Like, you
good on
don't.
SNL.
Don't rush it. You have
Yeah.
to do a nice one.
Yeah, you wanna get this response just right. No,
No, respond like as soon as we're done here.
but just don't.
But
do
don't-
it while,
you don't have to do it while you're
distracted. But I would leave it for now.
Okay.
It's okay. He expects you to wait.
Ian Garwood says he recited a generator during a Cat 5 hurricane. Now, is recited
Well, someone did ask.
revived, or is a generator a kind of poem?
Someone did ask
Oh.
for us to recite a poem, so maybe he was
Oh,
that
okay.
was connected.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, because that's in
I
Wish I Was Here.
met
They
a
recite poetry so
traveler.
much.
From a distant land. What's the Ozymandias? I went to college.
Gaze upon my works.
Ye mighty. Yeah,
in despair.
this is good. This is a really strong.
Subscribe
ending.
to my works.
Subscribe to my works,
Look
ye
at-
mighty, and
Look
despair.
at my subscribers.
I am Ozymandias, pod of pods.
Mad TV Mount Rushmore. That's a good one.
Will Sasso.
Will
I'll put myself
Sasso.
up there.
Yeah, Carl's got to be
Yeah.
on there.
Alex Borstein.
I'm
of,
working with Sasso right now. Borstein.
I used to like-
Sasso.
I used to watch Ike Barinholtz do Dane Cook a lot.
Oh yeah.
That impression was really funny.
I heard something
Deborah
interesting.
Wilson
I've maybe talked about this before. Deborah Wilson, good.
and Keegan Michael Key.
Nicole
Oh,
Oh
Sullivan.
shit. Yeah, that's right. Jordan Peele not included.
People on Mad TV would complain about how SNL, like, when SNL does something, people just assume that it was smart and treat it like it was good at the time. And then when Mad TV would do something, it would be stupid. So they were talking about, like, when John Hamm hosted SNL, and everybody was like, the John Hamm sketch was so funny. It's a ham that you eat on the toilet. And they were like, if he came to Mad TV, that would have been the very first thing we would have
Absolutely.
pitched.
Yes.
We would have done it.
Yes.
And we would have gotten destroyed as
Destroyed.
like, this is why they suck. They're so stupid.
Yeah.
They do the laziest shit. Ham on the toilet, yuck. But SNL did it. Everybody was like, this is really funny.
Yeah.
And it is, it's made me think about comedy differently ever since, really. That like so much is attributed to the source.
You know who was really good was Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald's great.
Stewart is
Stewart,
one
I
of the
remember.
funniest characters.
He
Maybe
directed
It's
my
a
ever.
very
episode.
good little kid character, and it's very funny. But it also, the sketches, they had a similar problem to SNL where, like, I think the sketches were very long.
Yeah.
And so a character like that, you're just done with it before it's done with you.
Now, what's her name? Mo what?
Collins?
Sislak.
Mo Collins.
Mo
Mo
Sislak.
Collins. She's a very nice woman. She used to be at IO. I met her. I did a show with her.
Yeah,
at
she
IO.
was in an episode of Ghosted.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She did Ghosted.
Favorite person to improvise with that you don't normally get to work with? And that's it. That's
Is
it.
that the last one?
That's the last one.
Ian McShane.
Did you? No. Oh, I don't know. You never know who's going to come through UCB. That's one of the great things about it.
I like
We
to
can't
play
end on
with,
me talking.
He's just remembering fun scenes
He's
he
just
did.
reminiscing.
This
There's
is
somebody who
nice.
played on ASCAT just like 2 or 3 times since I've been doing it. I mean, Zach Woods, of course.
That was one of legitimately that was the first person I thought of where I'm like, that's always good.
Yeah.
Um,
He's pretty much like almost stopped doing ASCAT these days.
yeah.
But he's very fun to play with when he plays.
That's
Darcy Carden is
great.
also very fun.
Yeah, she's awesome. I'm trying to think about both of them. I did 3-on-3 tournament teams with.
Yeah.
2 years in a row. Yeah, Zach and I went to the finals with this other guy that was randomly picked out of a hat.
Mm.
Drew. So yeah, they're great. Joe Wangert.
Joe Wanger's very fun to play with. I am currently on Sean's old team, Shitty Jobs.
I was thinking about
Mm.
coming maybe on Sunday. It's my birthday.
Please come.
Hey.
Please come.
That'd be fun.
I tell you this.
We'll see. Maybe I will.
No disrespect to any of the members of that team because they're all amazing. But improvising with Ben Rogers is the most fun thing ever.
He's the funniest, man. He kills me out there. It really, yeah. He would. Everyone there is so good. Everyone's obviously so talented, but I would be crying laughing at something he did like every other week.
Yeah. He did this thing this week. This guy told a story about being a like a security officer at University of Texas and how he couldn't get up out of his seat ever. He's like, one time this guy had a seizure and I couldn't get out of my seat. And it's like, that's such like a delicate topic. And of course, Ben Rogers has a seizure on stage. And it was so fucking funny. The way he set up the seizure. Like,
there was a thing he did like a year ago that was somebody told a story about a job they had where it was at like a Color Me Mine, like kids workshop type storefront. And there was like an off-brand Mr. Wizard that used to come, but he seemed like really sketchy to them all the time. I'm going to get the details of it wrong, and describing an improv scene is never that funny, but I thought about it so much that he came in and he was talking about his like Mr. Wizardry, and one of the things that he was talking about was like, he's like, I've fashioned myself a new face. And then like he like kept like removing his face, and then somebody at one point called it a mask and he went, that's no mask, son. It's a face. Like there was just this very clear distinction for the character between like a mask was for children, but he had designed a face. It was so funny, man. I thought about it. I still think about it. God. All right, I'm done.
good night.
All right, everybody.
Good night. Good night.
Bye.